It's a fascinating job. I enjoy it very much.
Isn't it morbid dealing with death?
Well, I'm conscious that we are dealing with death, and I'm very conscious that we're dealing with the emotions that the families feel. I wish we had the facilities or the ability to provide findings and closure to the families quicker than we have been able to do in the past, and that has been addressed to a degree by the appointment of more coroners, but we're each holding on average around 250 files. If there's an inquest, it's usually because there is some ambiguity about the events, particularly if it involves expert evidence and the experts can't agree, or the issue itself is of such public importance that it requires the calling of evidence. We had the passing of the Coroners Act 2006, which created the Coroner's Court. Now what that means in perhaps a diagrammatical sense is you have the criminal court with district court judges, you've got the family court with family court judges, you've got the employment court with the employment tribunal and judges, the Coroner's Court with the coroners. So we're judges of the Coroner's Court, but we're referred to as coroners. Because it was 2006 that this change came about, in many ways the legal profession and other professions within society haven't caught up with the change. They still think of the coroner as being a lawyer that does this work part-time. And I think to the detriment of many families, we don't have enough counsel involved in the coronial jurisdiction. And legal aid is available to people to be represented, and I wish they would be. We're there to find out what happened. What was the cause of death and what are the circumstances that led to it? I think the police background helps tremendously. There was a huge gang presence in the 80s in Rotorua, predominantly the mongrel mob. But in terms of the day-to-day contact, it usually was as a result of a flare-up at one of the bars. And when they flared up, they really erupted into major fights that would escalate out into the street. They weren't pleasant to attend.
Were you ever injured?
A couple of times. I was fortunate that I wasn't badly hurt. The 9 years I spent in the police gave me an insight to a wider legal career. I always wanted to work in that social area of law, be it family, criminal, employment work. I would be very concerned if we ever lost the jury system. My view is that while the jury system is expensive and to many people an inconvenience, I think if we want to take our rights and liberties seriously, then each one of us in society needs to play their part. My career has been diverse, but it's hugely satisfying, and even with the tough times, the life experience that I've gained through everything that I've done has been so rewarding. And to be offered this opportunity, this position, is incredibly rewarding.